Last year, LEGO released the massive $500 Hogwarts Express, which at the time was the most recent of a long line of LEGO trains that goes back decades. But much to the annoyance of dedicated train fans, it was wider than the typical LEGO train track and thus wasn't compatible with many fans' collections. Today, LEGO remedied this problem by announcing the impending release of the Orient Express, the newest idea set and a train that is indeed compatible with the train tracks we know and love as LEGO fans. But is it a wise use of $300? Who exactly is the market for this set, and what are the interesting pieces and building techniques sprinkled throughout? Well, let's break it down. We'll start with an overview, then get into the details of pieces and building techniques, then dive into the cost and value. The Orient Express will release on December 1st, 2023, which is just a couple of weeks away at the time of this recording. It is a massive set, over 1 meter long, with a locomotive, coal car, and 2 carriages. The size also means it will be a bit heavy. In fact, due to its weight, LEGO cannot endorse it being motorized, but that doesn't mean that it can't. While I don't have the set, I'm sure some enterprising LEGO fans will find a way to get this done, perhaps by using multiple motors. The train is 8 studs wide, which is smaller than the Hogwarts Express. While this allows it to be compatible on LEGO train tracks, it does make for a rather cramped interior and thus includes a trade-off between details and compatibility. You can see just how narrow the furniture is on some of these interior pictures, but everything is functional and the luxuriousness of the carriage is evident from the details included. A dining car with tables, and is that a LEGO bar? Beds, desks, a couch, and even a bathroom. There are 8 minifigures in this set, including a conductor, waiter, staff, and passengers. As a group, they look fantastic, particularly the Duchess and the conductor, which has that nice gold trim on his cap. What is also fun about the minifigs is that the writer is, according to the design team, the rebirth of Pippin Reed, one of the key minifigs from the Adventurers theme back in the 1990s. Also, the film director looks quite a bit like David Suchet's rendition of Detective Poirot from the Agatha Christie movies. All told, the set looks amazing, has plenty of fun details, and is a worthy display piece. But does it look like a fun and captivating build? All idea sets carry the expectation of creative builds, and this looks to have its fair share of them. Starting with the locomotive, there's a lot to like here. It has a sleek look, and there are a lot of snot techniques, ranging from using inverted arches, regular and printed bow slopes, and how about that gold stripe print? I like that. You got macaroni tiles and more. I particularly like these 3x3 macaroni tiles in black, and while it's not a new color, it was only introduced in this color this year. Also, we get gold pens for the first time. In fact, it looks like this is the first time we're getting a solid colored pen at all, so that will be a nice addition to your parts collection. And of course, the locomotive is topped off by Minions heads in dark blue. That is pretty cool parts usage. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the gray rods or the plastic axles, but you can change those out if you'd like. The coal car might be built using a lot of snot techniques. It looks like the sides are made of tiles. There are also 1x4 modified plates with studs on the edges of the base of the car, and there aren't too many pictures here, so it's difficult to speak too much about it. The carriages, on the other hand, are sweet. The dark blue exterior with light gray roofs and gold lining certainly look luxurious. The 1x8 tiles with the cities are printed, it looks like, as are the 1x8 bricks informing us of the restaurant and the rail company. The bottom of the doors, though, appear to be stickered, although I have to say I like how they taper the doors at the front and back of each carriage. The windows are fantastic. We're getting 23 1x3x3 flat front windows in pearl gold for the first time ever. Placed on their sides, they are connected at the back of each carriage to a 1x1 snug brick. We're also getting 3x3 curved corner rounded pieces in light blue for the 4th time, which isn't in and of itself all that special, but more are included in this set than any other in history. The interiors are notable for a few details, as their cramped nature required the set designers to be creative in some spots. For instance, check out the bathroom. The use of panels flipped on their sides gives more room for minifigs to move about, and the tile pattern is creative. Yes, it looks like we are getting the 2x2 tile with cutouts for the first time in tan. Doesn't look like we're getting a ton of them, but seeing as this is just the 10th set that those pieces come in, I'm not going to complain. The lamps are also nicely built. The lampshades in red really pop, and it's nice to have those cupcake wrapper pieces available in red for the first time. Over in the dining car, we get more red cupcake wrappers, but we're also getting some tea saucers. According to Bricklink, it's not a brand new piece, not even in white, but they've only appeared in 4 prior sets. And of course, how can we pass up the cocktail glasses? I mean, the sundae dishes that aren't too common in sets. This is just the 8th overall and 2nd time we're getting them in trans clear. And I have to say, while it's a sticker, I really like the Lego bird artwork behind the bar. Okay, so is it worth $300? Who is going to buy this set? When we compare it to the original idea submission, I can understand why some fans might be a bit disappointed. The dark green locomotive and coal cars were pretty hefty and substantial. However, according to the design team, this is a licensed set. That means Lego has to play nice with the Orient Express and their desires, and they wanted it to match their new 2024 passenger trains, which will be dark blue. I will also add that whereas the original locomotive was perhaps stronger than the official set, I much prefer the 2 carriages to the Ideas submission. The living quarters are far superior to what we get in the Ideas version, and the dining car is more varied and impressive. But again, is it worth $300? I don't know. It's not that $300 for about 2,500 pieces is an exorbitant price for the set, which does contain some nice printed pieces and some large parts for the wheels and the base of the train. Plus, the build is substantial and doesn't appear to be all that repetitive, so I can't be too mad at this price. Plus, there's definitely a market for this set. The last large, complex train that was geared toward the longtime train fans was the Crocodile locomotive back in 2020. The Hogwarts Express, by the way, was always about the Harry Potter fans. So in some ways, this falls within the lineage of the Emerald Knight from way back in 2009, which runs about $400 used on the aftermarket and is smaller than this. So there's no doubt in my mind that this set will resonate with the large Lego train community, so I think it'll be a success in that light. The set could also appeal to some fans of pop culture who enjoyed the movies based on the train. It's possible that this set, by being licensed through the Orient Express, will pull in some one-off buyers or create some new fans of Lego. However, for many of us fans, this will end up competing with other sets in that $200 to $300 range, such as the Modular Museum that comes out on the same day as this set, possibly the Avengers Tower, which is bigger and even more expensive than the train, Ninjago City Markets, Pac-Man, the X-Wing, Jazz Club, the Mighty Bowser, Sanctum Sanctorum, and the list kind of goes on and on and on, and that is kind of the point. In my opinion, this set looks great and it's going to appeal to many in the Lego community, but it doesn't even crack the top 10 of my most wanted sets right now. And that's largely because I don't have a huge Lego train collection and I'm focusing my purchasing budget on the new modular. So that says more about my own personal tastes and Lego's penchant for producing incredible sets over these past few years than it does about any flaws of this set. Overall, the Orient Express is yet another excellent offering for Lego fans and the Ideas theme. It certainly will please a number of train fans, and while it's not on my list of to get sets, it doesn't strike me as that bad of a value. If I were going to get it, I would wait for a deal, perhaps a damaged box, or even a 10 to 15% discount. Before you leave, check out my recent detailed breakdown of the Avengers Tower. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.